See if I can still fit my coat. Hell no, I can't fit it. Let me wipe my camera off. Hi, my name is Angie. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button. That way you'll get notified when I make a new video. I want to talk about something today. I had wrote down, child, but I was trying to see if did I mention my channel is for 18 years and over? Let me write. I think it's gonna be nice today. Alexa, Alexa, what's the weather today?
It's a beautiful day. Currently 68 degrees and sunny. Today's high will be 82 with a low of 65. There's a 65% chance of a shower and thunderstorm late tonight.
Alexa, stop. She said it's gonna be a beautiful day. Okay, girl. I was trying to see if I needed this jacket, girl. It's time. It's kind of too small. So, my name is Angie. My content is for 18 years and over. If you're not 18 years and over, I'll give you a sec to get the fuck out. Okay, while I get my coffee. Um, yeah, because they be reporting my channel, child, because I curse a little bit. So if you're not 18 years and over, please leave. Angie, hey, Grand Rising. You look stunning. Thanks, Dex. What's up? When you want me to do the other record thing? The part two to the record thing. When you gonna be off? Let me make my coffee. I'm running behind. I really am running behind. There's so much stuff going on, y'all. There's so much stuff going on, y'all. Like, she gonna have to do. We don't drink coffee out of her anyway. So I was gonna go. I'm still gonna go to the library, but I'm gonna go later on a couple of other places. So this combination, listen, this combination right here, that combination right there, keep your ass regular degular. No lie. Okay. Keep you regular. I'm running out of creamer. Running out the last of the Mohicans. So let's go. Mm-hmm. Alexa, stop. Okay, I want to talk about something. I want to talk about something. If I didn't, I don't think I did my intro. Hi, my name is Angie. Welcome back to my channel. Um, I'm a survivor of domestic violence. Um, I was in a DV shelter for 18 months. Within the 18 months, they did not want to help me. Them bitches was hating on me. Hating ass hoes ain't happy, and happy hoes ain't hating. So within the 18 months that I stayed in DV shelter, I got another degree. I had already graduated from college after high school, but I secured a double associates. I saved my bread, paid my student loan off, got that money back, fixed my credit up to the high 700s, bought me a new car. So I'm from Chicago. I moved to the burbs. I found me a condo in the suburbs. So with all that being said, they was trying to give me my walking papers, and I was like, "Baby, you ain't gotta put me out this DV shelter. I've been here 18 months. Y'all just been thinking I've been sitting here looking pretty. Unbeknownst to y'all, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Went to go get me a car and pulled off they lot. I went to go rent me a U-Haul, put my shit in the U-Haul, moved all my shit out the DV shelter by myself onto a U-Haul. Me and Samaje was hopping, 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 hopping. Did nobody help me? And we came here. So yeah, I want to talk about something. Um to God be the glory. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't have done it without God. When that stuff was first happening to me, you have to have the Lord in your life first and foremost, because He was all I had. Um, we gonna find something to clip her on to. Let's see if we can clip. Okay, since you want to follow me, wherever you go, I follow. Wherever you go, what can we clip him to? Let me stop playing. I'm trying to see if I can clip them to something and let it like a microphone stand. Wherever you go, I follow. Wherever you go, I follow. Um, Let me give me a sip of coffee. I'll be running late. Cheers. Yeah, my fucking thing following me around. I might want to get up and dig in my booty or something. Damn, get my wedgie out. Let's see what we want to talk about. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, this is what we can talk about. The money games my narcissist played. If you ever been with a narcissist, you know that and especially a malignant narcissist. Who is this? Who is? Hold on, y'all. So, if you ever been with a narcissist, you know they play games with money, and we're gonna talk about that today. Yeah. If you was with a narcissist, we're gonna talk about the games they played, because if you was with a malignant narcissist, they want to control all your finances. Sometimes you was economically dependent on them. Sometimes you was economically dependent on them. He was the sole provider of the house. Um, so this is entitled "The Money Games My Narcissist Played." Okay, how I'm rebuilding my credit, and how your credit just gets better after the narcissist. When you're with a narcissist, a lot of times I was with a malignant narcissist. Those are the worst of the worst kinds. Those are the ones that abuse you, hit you, verbal abuse, mental abuse, um, and also physical abuse. Um, He controlled all the money. He controlled every single thing. Um, they would get to a point where they're really good in the beginning, spoiling you, but as the relationship progresses, they start to do this thing where they breadcrumb you. Hey, Grand Rising. Hey, fire. Okay, you might get burnt. Um, girl, you fine. Okay, thank you. Don't y'all don't start, child. Don't start. Shit. So they do this thing where there are really good with money with you in the beginning. And then as time progresses, they do with this thing where they start breadcrumbing your ass. It still looks like, in my case, I'm gonna speak for what I went through. In my case, it still looked like they were spoiling me or whatever. But they were really breadcrumbing your ass. If you know you're in a relationship with a narcissist and you have to plan your escape, you feel like something ain't right, you feel like this is not gonna last, start saving your money. Just putting some money to the side because you know it's coming. You feel things is not right. You feel like it's gonna, you recognizing the red flags. You're starting to uh put boundaries down. You have to start saving your money and putting up your documents. So security for you and your, if you have 3, 4 kids, you and your kids. In my case, my I had one son, so you have to start things like slowly putting up documents, birth certificates, so security cards, school records, doctor's history. You have to start documenting stuff. What I used to do is it's a thing on your iPhone. It's called a scanner. Use it. If you know you're not good with putting up documents, scan your social security card, scan your birth certificate. That way you just have a copy on it and it's a scanned copy, not just a picture. If you don't know how to use the scanner of the iPhone, you go on your notes. It's something called notes in your iPhone. You pull the notes up. It's about 5 options at the at the bottom, and you click on scan. You put the document down in like a well lit area, and it actually scans just like a scanner, copier, and fax machine. It scans the copy for you and save your documents. Save them under important documents. I don't know if you mess with a narcissist or your abuser loves to go through your phone, but I doubt he would know what notes and scanning is. So I think you'll be pretty safe with scanning your documents and keeping them on your iPhone. And you can hide the folder. You can make folders, you can hide the folder. I scanned a lot of my documents. I scanned a lot of my police reports. That's why I still have them to this day. If you know you're gonna, if he's one of the type that's always throwing your shit out the house, slinging it everywhere, coming to your job, packing your stuff up, trying to embarrass you, humiliate you, scan your documents. If you know that he's always hitting you and you end up having to leave and go to a, a a cousin's house, a family member's house, a friend's house, scan your documents. If you know that potentially any one of the incidents that you go through with the narcissist, the abuse, say for instance, he hit you in the eye and the police is called and the police say it's not safe for you to be here, and you be like, yeah, you're right, where am I gonna go? And the police say we can take you to a shelter. Just in case that happens, scan your documents. You don't want to go somewhere and they're gonna ask you um for your documents. In my case, I'm gonna give you an example what ended up happening to me. Listen, I don't want to hear none of that negative stuff because I'm telling you some real deal stuff. I'm telling you stuff that nobody told me. I'm telling you stuff firsthand, stuff that you can use. I'm talking to the people that's woke up, the people that's not woke. I hope people say never. You never know what type of drama, chaos you're going to go through with these narcissists. I'm speaking firsthand. I made it up and through. I got experience on it. So I'm just giving you a lot of tips and tricks that nobody told me. Nobody showed me. I had to go through it and learn it, and I'm teaching it to you guys. Some people are in a domestic violence situation where they're scared to death. They're getting beat up and they don't know how to get out. I'm talking to those women. You see what I'm saying? What ended up happening to me is um I end up having all my documents, keeping them in my car, tucked away in my car. I know that's not safe either, but that I end up having them in my car, and I also end up having a scanned copy with me also. But when I went to the DV shelter, let me tell you what people would do and what they were doing to me. You got to have your kids' documents and your documents because they need to know who you are when you go to the DV shelter. If these is your kids, they need the birth certificates. They need proof that these are your children. But what ended up happening to me, I had gone went on, and she was like, "I need you," and I was like, "Bam, bam." She was like, "Damn, Angie, you be on it." When I asked the other mothers for their documents, it's like pulling teeth. But what my case manager ended up doing is, and I'm gonna tell you this, I'm gonna tell you what to do. What my case manager ended up doing is she started running my credit, pulling my credit score down, down. She was just running my shit, running my shit. If you have a janky case manager, a janky caseworker, if they're going to help you with housing, they are going to run your credit because they want to know what your credit history look like. So that you do, but in case that you do find an apartment, they want to make sure you don't have no previous light bills, balance, nothing on your credit, no gas bill balance. But what this bitch ended up doing is running my credit and running hard, like a hard pull, and it was pulling from all three credit bureaus. So it was pulling my shit down. We hadn't even began to discuss housing. So right off the ripper, that bitch ran my credit. Listen, y'all, if y'all have to go to the DV shelter and anybody y'all hand over y'all social security cards to, call them and lock your credit. It won't go up, it won't go down. What will end up happening is whoever run your shit, they will have to call you and get your okay and say, why are you running my credit? Who is this? What's it for? Bam. I'm telling you, I'm giving you game. People are not genuine in this world. Somebody had stole my motherfucking debit card when I was at the DV shelter. And I know that it had to come from the front desk. I'ma say allegedly. That's gonna get on my ass. But y'all know how I handle my debit card. I don't fuck around with it. You see what I'm saying? And I know one day I had my wallet at the front desk, and I was like, before I go to class, let me go back to my room and let me, tinkle. But when I came back and grabbed my wallet and then I left out for the day, I couldn't find my debit card. I cannot find it. And I was like, they took my shit. And when I say they took my shit, they ran it up at the somebody had a puppy. They was ordering pet food, all type of shit. So if you ever have to, greetings, Queen, sending love from Vegas, Nevada. Okay. Circus. We went to Vegas. We went to Vegas. Me, my mama, and my sister when I first turned 18. I don't gamble. We was at the buffets. My mama was in the casino. We stayed at Circus. My mama was in the casino. I was at the buffet. Nachos. All I remember is nachos. All I remember is y'all streets so motherfucking clean in Vegas. You can eat off of them. All I remember is the lights, walking the strip, and it being so motherfucking hot. Yeah, I was 18. Hey, see how I'm always getting off the yeah, baby. Back to but yeah, it was so fucking hot. I remember the buffets. I remember Circus Hotel. Uh, I remember just I was like, who in the fuck cleaning the streets here? But yeah, it was humid. It was like a you can't breathe hot in Nevada. So what was I saying? Okay, about giving somebody when you go to the DV shelter and you have to give your caseworker your social security card and your documents. Okay. When you give your case manager, your caseworker, or anybody your documents, make sure you call all three credit bureaus. See, and I'm giving y'all games. Listen, this message is held for review. Beat it, bro. Beat it. I'm giving some real deal Holyfield advice. Y'all coming here trolling. Y'all wake up and just come on somebody's stuff. And I think it's more so y'all trying to stop me and deviate me from what I'm talking to the people about, but it's not. It's not. So I left off on somebody stole my debit card. Good. Thanks, Dex. Somebody stole my debit card, child. I left my wallet at the front desk of the DV shelter and I had to run back to my room and tinkle. When I came back, went to class, and then I left for the day and went out. I couldn't find my debit card and I was like, I only left my wallet around now. Anyway, somebody ended up using my card, buying extravagant dog collars, dog outfits, all type of shit. So came from them. My case manager, she was jealous. I think she was running my credit to see what I had going on. She ran my credit before we even did the housing process. Before we even talked about housing, before we even did anything housing. You see what I'm saying? Well, do they have cameras? They do have cameras. Listen, they have cameras and it was weird in there. They had cameras, but it was the cameras that when you pull in on the campus and they have to open the gate, the parking lot, they had a camera like in the hallways. I don't know if they had one in the laundry room, but the whole thing was set up. Even if I would have went back and say, "Can you look at the cameras?" They had that bitch sold up where they would have been like, Angie, the cameras are frozen. The cameras were broken type shit. So I was like, I'm gonna just leave that alone. I end up getting me another debit card or whatever. The bank gave my money back. Like, the bank gave my money back because it's the bank. If you've been banking with your bank for years and you call and say I didn't use it. I don't have a dog. I stand in the fucking shelter. So, and I'm gonna speak about those cameras. They were so weird that the lady who worked the front desk at the shelter, she bought her own camera system. She bought her own camera system and clipped it to the computer at the front desk. So when the lady at the front desk went home for the day at night, we had security guards like Cook County sheriffs that came there at night. We had like security guards that they sent from a like a armed company, a security company. So the lady at the front desk was so motherfucking weird that she bought a personal camera where she clipped it to the computer. So at home, if somebody moved that camera at home, she can see what we were doing, see who was going in and out. She can hear what we were talking to the security guard about. It was weird up in there, bro. And if you don't believe me, I goddamn Samaj phone broke, but it should still be in my iCloud because I want to show y'all a picture of the camera that she had clipped to the thing. And it looked at something like this, and they used to unclip it, and she used to call the front desk like, clip that camera back up there. I can't sleep because it's beeping. That's how weirded they ass was at this DV shelter, that when the lady, the secretary from the day went home, she bought a personal camera where she can see. I don't know. And I told them several times that's dangerous. We don't know what the fuck she doing with that footage. She can be streaming live 24/7, getting paid from sick dudes watching the vulnerable women at a DV shelter. They were weird, bro. When I say y'all don't know how much shit I done went through, and I'm still here, like still being able to smile, still being happy, I found that odd. So in a way, even if I would have went to them and asked them about the cameras, they were all in on that sick ass shit. We don't know what the fuck they was doing with the footage. They were mad because I stayed in my room and then dot my door, and when I did, they wanted to hear, they wanted to see, they wanted to know who I was talking to. And what I noticed was the desk people used to strike up a conversation with me. Nah, bro, you're not finna get me to talk to y'all, because the longer I stay here and talk to y'all, old girl laying in her bed hearing the whole conversation. I ain't on that high and by, high and by, high and by. They wanted to know where I was shopping from, where I got my shit from, what bags I came in. That was for everybody. It wasn't just for me, but they were really personally invested in me also. You see what I'm saying? So they figured that, oh, Angela's only gonna leave out when I go home type shit, or such gonna leave out. It was people leaving out, going with their man, swapping cars with their man, letting their man keep their car, and they ain't say nothing to them, child. They ain't say nothing to them. It was weird up in there. Let me get this thing for my legs. It was weird up in there. So even if I did ask them to look on the security camera to see who stole my debit card, they would have gave me a lie excuse, like the cameras are down, the cameras are frozen. Just like when the ice storm came and they were looking for all the people that wasn't documented, what they did was they opened the gate, like, y'all don't have to get a warrant to come in here, da 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 da. Even though they had a lot of undocumented people up in there, they wanted to make it look good, like, y'all don't have to barge in here, y'all don't have to, it was they was covering a booty, um hey, beautiful, from the city of Atlanta. Atlanta. We on the grind all the time. Hey, shout out to Atlanta. Good morning, beautiful, Grand Rising. So it was a weird fucking situation. Back to credit, 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 credit. So my case manager, she was running my credit. She was running my credit through all three credit bureaus. And when you when you do a hard pull on somebody credit, it lowers your score. So it was like I was working to build my credit up. And if she was monitoring my shit, she probably was like, damn, why is her credit study going up? Let me run her shit again. Let me tell you guys, if you ever have to be in that situation and you ever have to hand over your social security card for you and your children, especially for you, put a lock on your credit. Call all bureaus, Credit Karma, Expedia, and Credit Karma, Expedia, TransUnion. For all three, put a lock on your credit. Lock it. That means if anybody tries to run your credit, they can't. They have to physically call your phone and say, "Do you approve such and such, such such running your credit?" The bitch was running my credit, and my credit. The more I was working to build that score up, because when you look for an apartment, you guys, I had to find my own apartment because they wouldn't help me. You have to have a certain credit score. You have to have a certain credit score. You can't have any evictions on your name, and you can't owe nobody. You have to be a good paymaster. It has to reflect that you are a good paymaster. A good paymaster. What the fuck, bro? It has to reflect that you're a good paymaster. You feel what I'm saying? So in my case, she was just running my shit to be nosy. She hadn't even started the housing process. She just wanted to get in my shit and be fucking nosy. So I was just working and humping, trying to build my shit up, and she was running my shit. She had ran my shit maybe 5 or 6 times. And I know she ran my shit because I'm in a DV shelter. I didn't even start looking for apartments to maybe the last 6 months I was there. And my shit was locked. So the apartments had to call me and I had to unlock it. Y'all run my shit, I'ma lock it back type shit. They was sabotaging that shit. But back to the malignant narcissist. Um yeah, the money games my narcissist played, they will start breadcrumbing your ass. It'll go from they giving you wherever you want, you having a pocket full of money, to they slowly and surely. Let me tell y'all something. The same person that feeds you is the same person that can make you starve. If you with somebody and they are abusing you, stop spending money frivolously. Put up money for a rainy day. Start a savings account. Open up your bank account. Get you a safety deposit box for your jewelry, for your heirlooms, for your little shit. Because you don't know what's gonna happen one day, and you will have to make the conscious decision that I'm leaving and I'm never coming back. This is it. This is the last straw. And I want to prepare you to potentially leave with a lot more of your belongings than you probably won't think about getting. Um, she was running my credit. She didn't do housing, and like I said, at the end of the 18 months, they were handing me a paper like you have to be out June 16th, and I was like, that is perfect. They were like, "What you mean?" Look, they was waiting on to push the tissue box my way. I was like, "That's perfect." I found me a place, and they was like, "You did? Where? How? Who'd you talk to? I want 10 lists. I want the last 10 addresses you went to." And I was like, "Y'all just told me I got to be out of here. So y'all went from Angie, you got to go." And I said, "Good. I got my own shit." I worked on my shit to they went from that to give me the list of the apartments you went to already. How much is the rent? I want the exact address. They went from you gotta get out to where the fuck you been? Yeah. Trying to check my rent. Trying to check where I went. I gave my friend that paper and he worked down a whole bunch of shit that don't even exist in Chicago. He said, you better not never tell them people where you live at, ever. They been sabotaging you through the whole lick. Through the whole flick. He said, give me that paper. My friend is old school. He wrote down Cabrini Greens. He wrote down the apartments on Roosevelt and up in there like where the Hornets used to be. He wrote down Argyle Garden. He wrote down some of the worst of the worst. He said, I got it. I got it. Let me give me that paper. I say, you is stupid. He said, yeah, because they don't need to know where you going. They don't need to know. And then I started making my mistake when I was telling them I'm going way out. And they was like, why are you going way out from Chicago? Why you want to be way out there? Because I do. The fuck, how the fuck you gonna tell me where to live at? If y'all putting me out of here, y'all putting me out of here. I was taking my son to school driving for damn near two, you know what I'm saying? I want to be the farthest away from this motherfucker as the kid get. I don't want no chance in hell that I can ever bump into him, his baby mamas, his mama, his little sisters, and they be like, get up here to uh Uncle Raymond's. Angie's up here ordering some chicken. Get over here to Sharks. Get over here to Coleman's. I ain't want that chance to ever. They don't even have barbecue spots up here. I said I want to get the fuck away from Chicago. Make sure you start working on your credit. If you have to go to a DV shelter, you're gonna need your credit. They don't want your credit. And when I say God was so good, God was so good, I was paying my student loan off. In the end, they was like, you know what? We gonna cut your motherfucking ass a check. Cause you been overpaying. I'm like, what? And they come on motherfucking ass a check. I went to go buy a car. I was driving off the lot, and I think God made it that way. So when I pulled off that motherfucker, they was like, you know what? We ain't like Angie, but she set a curve. She forever would set a curve in my mind of the mothers that has to come to the DV shelter. That girl got her degree unbeknownst to us. She had fixed her credit up. She didn't come here to lay on her ass and for us to help her. She advocated for her and her son and got up out of here without us even knowing, without us. She ain't asking, did y'all know? No, she ain't mention, she ain't talk about it. And see, sometimes you got to move in silence. When you're around demons and devils and narcissistic women that don't want to help you, you have to move in silence. They may look at you like, oh, Angie secretive. Oh, Angie mysterious. Oh, Angie just, we just don't know what she's thinking. Good. It ain't meant for y'all to know. It ain't meant for me to spill the beans because I see y'all against me. I peep game. So if I'm peeping game that I'm trying to dig myself out of ditch and y'all with the motherfucking shovel, scoop, scoop, and I'm dead. Why the fuck would I come to y'all and tell y'all my plans and what I'm working on so y'all can sabotage that shit? They sabotaged about 2 apartments. The first 2 apartments I looked at, I was putting them down as a reference. And I think they were telling them, the people, some BS. This apartment, I called it. I caught it. And I said, why y'all not reaching back out to these people. They don't care that I'm in a DV shelter. They just want to know why I've been at and why I don't got no rental history. Me, I had no rental history. I stayed with my abuser my whole since I was 18. So I stayed with him since I was 18 up until all this shit happened. So I didn't have no rental history at all. So the apartments I was filling out for, of course, they want to know your rental history. But in my case, I didn't have no rental history. So they were saying, well, where did you live for the last 2 years? And I said, well, I lived in a DV shelter. And they said, could we call them? I said, yeah. I kept my apartment clean. I didn't cause no problems. I just wanted them to verify that I was a clean person. I wasn't a ghetto person. I didn't go around arguing, fussing, fighting, cursing. If that was too hard for them to do, that was too hard for them. And when this place reached out to them, and I was like, I wonder why they won't return an email back from you guys. And I went to my case manager, and she was like, Angela, you're lying to them, telling them that you paying rent. I say, you're a motherfucking lie. They just want a letter of residency. A letter of residency states that I do not pay rent. I have been in a DV shelter for the last 2 years, period. I pulled the fucking email up and showed the manager. She said, write Angela that letter right now. She said, I'm gonna write it up and slide it under her door. She said, no, Angela's not a dog. You're gonna write it up and knock on her door and hand it to her. They were mad than a bitch. And I did not use their name. And these motherfucking people was like, what the fuck is wrong with them people? Oh hell no, girl. You coming with us. We got you. You ain't gotta worry about shit. Period. You coming here. Them motherfuckers is crazy. Bitch, they was like, they are animals. Why are they acting like that? I say because they were sabotaging my shit. They were sabotaging my shit. My case manager allegedly ended up getting fired. Y'all know that because they thought I was didn't know who to get in touch with, who to get in touch with, to get in touch with. And the lady said, I had no idea. They are running that place into the ground. They are running it like a women's prison. I'm so sorry, Angela, you had to go through all this. I say it's no telling how many women they have done this to. That's the killer part about it. That's what I was thinking. I got to fight for me and all the women in the past that they had did this to. How many women in the past that have left there crying and probably committed suicide because they ran there for help and didn't receive the help that they needed and didn't have nowhere to go. A lot of times that shit happen. They leave that motherfucker and end up running off the road and doing something to themselves and their kids. That mean they done ran somewhere. They feel hopeless. They feel hopeless and they are crying out for help and it's nobody that will help them. So I say I got to fight for the women in the past. It's no telling how many hundreds of women they doing the same shit that they doing to me. And they just didn't have the strength to fight. The strength and the willpower and the knowledge to see there and be that diligent and say, no, I gotta find out who the bosses here. Y'all got me messed up. You think I'm finna leave up out of this motherfucker and be sleeping in my truck, in my car? That's what happens when it was a lot of women there that shelter hop. They'll be at this shelter for 2 years, leave that shelter, go to another shelter for 2 years, go to another. It's women that live life. And I was like, what type of life Are they providing for their kids? Just shelter hopping. Just shelter hopping. A lot of women that went through what I went through, they wouldn't have been able to be there. And I think a lot of people was looking for me to break because they say I know Angie. That bitch too clean. She's not gonna be able to handle a shelter. I'm telling you, and at first I was like, oh no, I can't do it. But I had to do it. It wasn't about being clean. It was about sucking it up and being a woman. And everything is not gonna be peachy keen all the damn time. And I was looking at the fact that I had a good life. I came from a good family, and I had to sit there to keep my son safe, for me to heal. For me to heal, because if I would never sat there that long, I would never been able to recognize the red flags in a narcissistic man, a narcissistic woman, and what cruel games people would take you up and through when you're in a vulnerable spot. Everybody don't mean you no good when you're vulnerable. It's people that you'll be like, oh, they'll invite you with open arms and be like, oh, baby. And they'll be patting you on the back while you sobbing, snot trickling down. And they'll be like, I got ass wide open. It's a lot of people that's not going to help you. They are looking for people to be in a vulnerable state. I think about it is if you're with a malignant narcissist, a person that is beating your ass, knocking your head in between a washer and a dryer, and you have to go to a DV shelter and it's women narcissists there, I correlate that to, you know how in the Olympics and they had that little stick and they run some miles and they hand over the next runner that baton thing. That's what I was thinking about it is. He was beating my ass, he was abusing me, and now I came here and it's all women here. And y'all picked up the torch and start abusing me all over again. Some people love you in a vulnerable state. I saw many of women in there crying, ready just to sign anything, just to take anything. I just want to get out of here. Help me. I saw a lot of women in there be slick. Like, yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm looking for me a place me and my current man want to lay up in. I'm leaving out of here every day, going to my man house. They was leaving out of there every day, going to their man house, but they was in there at night when it was time to sleep. Me, they saw me there 24/7. They did want me never to dot the door. They wanted me to write down on a sheet of paper where I was. Oh, if anything ever happened to you, Angela, we want to be able to look on the paper and say this was Angela last whereabouts. No, bitch, y'all just want to be nosy. Y'all just want to be motherfucking nosy. I'm not telling y'all where I'm going. But you know, when I'm going out of here, I'm trying to move mountains. Know when I'm going out of here, I'm advocating for my son. Know when I leave out of here, I'm making progress. They were mad that I wouldn't tell them. They were mad that I wouldn't tell them. I used to put on there, I'm going to the grocery store, I'm going to the library. I used to put on there just the lies because it's no I don't need to tell y'all. Y'all too much in my business. They were opening up my mail, opening up my packages like they were really trying to ruin me. They end up shutting the whole motherfucking shelter down. If you guys were wondering if they're still open for business and inflicting pain on women, no, they're not. I filed so many complaints on them and they lost funding. Mm-mm. So if you're with a narcissist, that's you're like financially dependent on, economically dependent on, I'm giving you tips. Start putting away $5, $10. Open up your checking account, a savings account. You can open up savings account that yields high interest. You can gain interest on the money that you're saving, the money that you're putting up. Get you a safety deposit box for your important documents and your jewelry, your heirlooms, what have you. Um, I'm talking to the people that's woke. Everybody, the stuff that I'm saying, a lot of people, if you haven't went through it, you'll be like, yeah, 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 yeah. But for the people that I can potentially help, these are great pointers. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about in the comment, because half of you guys are ignorant, beyond ignorant, like straight up. So, side note, you looking pretty. Thank you. How your day going? It's going good. Start fixing your credit. If you have to hand over your documents to your case manager, lock your credit up. That way she won't be just running your credit, making hard inquiries, uh pulling your credit down, making hard runs on your motherfucking credit type shit. Because they sometimes they do that because they want to know if you have any gas bills, any light bills that you didn't pay in the past. Really, she didn't have to do mine because her whole main intention was not to help me with housing any motherfucker way. So I don't know why you was in my business anyway. Um, the Get you a PO box. Uh, a lot of times PO boxes are free. When you in a domestic violence situation, they will give you a free PO box. If you want to have, if you want to know more information in detail of anything I talked about in this video, just shoot me an email. A lot of times, if you're in a DV shelter or in a DV situation, they will provide a free PO box to you. You can't get packages there, like packages like Amazon shit. Is certain restrictions that they only prioritize that you get mail from. So you just can't just be ordering shit off of Amazon and wigs. They don't allow all that shit. But your important mail, they do provide you a PO box. In my case, when I was at the DV shelter, they did have a PO box, but one of the case managers went to the post office, got all the mail, they bought it through. If you had some mail, they gave it to your case manager. So your case manager was in there looking at your motherfucking mail. And then she'll call you and say, Angie, you got 5 letters. So it wasn't no guarantee that I was gonna get my mail there, because somebody who worked there, and then only the person that worked there, like a appointed person that worked at the DV shelter, could only go to the post office, get the mail, and my mail went to my case manager first. She had the option to give me my shit or open, look through, put it up to the light, put it over a steamer, steam that motherfucker, and unseal it like weird shit. So reach out to the appropriate people and let them get you a free PO box. Because if you have to leave the house with your abuser, you don't, especially if it's an order of protection, a non-contact order, get you a PO box, and it's organizations that will provide you a free PO box that your documents can come to. Lock your credit, save your money, monitor your credit. Only do things that will boost your credit. Don't make any big purchases. Just start building your credit, because you're You're gonna transition out of one day. And when you get an apartment, they want your bank statements. They want your bank statements. So if you know there's any potential that you're gonna have to leave dude abusive ass, as soon as you get that inkling in your stomach, open up your checking account, open up your savings account. It's going to keep you from struggling and put your money up. You don't have to put up hundreds of dollars. Put up $10 here, $20 there. $10 here, $20 there, because you're going to need it from the time you leave him and you find yourself a apartment. They're going to want access to your motherfucking bank account. Okay? They need that. They're gonna need to check your credit, and they're gonna need to make sure ain't no motherfucking evictions on your name. See, what my narcissist tried to do is put an eviction on my name. And I say, hold on, how you gonna put an eviction on my name? And it wasn't a landlord tenant situation. I had to go downtown and go in front of a judge and get that motherfucker removed. They say, Angie, you're right. This would not go on your credit. It will not impact your credit. They tried to fuck my credit up, fuck my life up, fuck my finances up. When you leave a narcissist, they will try to fuck your life up financially, credit wise, money wise, put evictions on your name. They will drag your ass through the court system. They will go get you'll have an order protection on their ass. They'll try to go down there and be sneaky and get one on your ass. I'm telling you, it will happen. They will drag your ass through the court system. Narcissists will use the court system to further abuse you. They will use the court system to inflict pain on you. They will use the court system to aggravate you and get on your motherfucking nerves. They know that you in a fucked up situation. They know that you potentially can't afford lawyers. But see, a motherfucker had got me fucked up because I had been saving my money and got me a lawyer. They will use the court system as a tool to continue the abuse. They think narcissistic people think they are above the law. They think that the law don't apply to them. They think, oh, that little order protection, that ain't shit. I'ma still call her. I'ma still find her. I'ma still jump out the bushes like y'all trick y'all. They think that they are above the law. They don't give a fuck about no police. They don't give a fuck about no judgments. They don't like boundaries. They don't like stipulations. They don't like rules. They don't like laws. They think they above and superior to all that shit I just mentioned. They don't give a fuck about no order protection. They continue to come around you. I just want to be your friend. Hey man, if we couldn't get along, been together since we was teens, living together since we was teens, the 20s, the 30s we break up. What the fuck makes you think I want to spend all that time with you and we couldn't get along in a relationship, just turn around and say, let's be friends? Is your motherfucking name Chucky? Hi, my name's Chucky. Let's be friends. Hell fucking no. You sound like Chucky, you psycho. You're a psychopath. They really be psychopaths. The shit they be saying. Let's be friends. I don't want to be your friend, bruh. I don't want to be your friend, sis. They still want access to you. Narcissists temperature check. Narcissists listen to the tone of your voice. Narcissists, depending on if they ask you a question and how you answer and your tone, They listen to your tone. That's temperature. That's what you call temperature checking. Mm-mm. Because they want to leave any little creek, a crease, a crevice, a crack to weasel their way in. I'm telling you right now, if you fuck with a malignant narcissist, it's no closure. So don't look for no closure. Don't look for a reason why, sis. Don't look for a reason why, bruh. Sir, ma'am, it's never gonna be a reason. They will never give you closure. So don't go back crying. I just wanna know why. Why? They looking for your ass to say just that. They left that door open. I ain't gonna tell a bitch why. I'ma just have her wondering. She gonna come to me fucked up, crying, snotting. And that's my time to spit that game to her. Open them legs, baby. I'm sorry. It was your fault. And they always make it seem like it's your fault. It's you. You, Angie. You. It's it's not everybody else. It's you, Angie. So I'm telling you now, you will never get any closure. Accept it. That's the way it is. And that's how it's always gonna be. Stop letting these people leave the door in open. They want to leave the door open. They come back and abuse your motherfucking ass. The live has been what? Oh, child, I thought you. I'm like, what happened? Now let me get up and close. The line has been crossed, and the consequences must be followed. Dex standing on business. Dex say you crossed the line, and it's repercussions to be made. You gotta stand on business. Like Dex say, you got to stand. Listen, you stand for nothing, Nathan. You'll fall for anything. You gotta stand on business and stop being weak. Stop leaving the doors open. I just want to hear an apology. I'll get over all this. No, I don't want no apology. I don't want no explanation. Just know that they are not good people and to get away from you. They have done enough damage. Run, hide, heal. Run, hide, heal, and start doing good, looking good, loving yourself. They don't want you to love yourself. They don't want you to realize everything that you have been on the search, looking for in the motherfucking daylight with a flashlight. You had it all along. Like, what's the Wizard of Oz, the little girl with the red shoes? And she was trying to get home all the time with them little red glittery ass shoes. And what she been looking for all the time was on her feet. Click, click, click. When you with a narcissist, they don't want you to realize what the fuck you been searching for all this time is you. You gotta start loving you. When you start loving you and run to God, if you don't have nobody, you better run to him. Open your Bible, because what you'll begin to realize is I wasn't loving myself. Because if you don't love yourself, ain't nobody else gonna love you. And they realize that when you give them an inch, they take a motherfucking mile. They looking at you like she weak. Oh, I got her. I know my narcissist. Hey, listen, man. I know my narcissist told all his friends. Let me tell you something. I know my narcissist told all his friends, Angie ain't gonna never go nowhere. She ain't gonna never leave me, man. I got her. Oh, when I had Samaj He think it sealed the deal. Thank y'all for my gifts. Thank y'all. Okay, y'all gift in the house. I like that. Shit. Let me tell you something about the narcissist I was with. I was with him teens, 20s, 30s. I know he told everybody and was screaming from the tops of the mountains. I know, and Angie, I treated too good, but you was a rotten dog at the same time. I treated too good. She ain't gonna never go no motherfucking where. She ain't going nowhere. I got her. I got her on lock. You feel me? I got her on lock. You feel me? I got her on lock. He was bragging to all his motherfucking friends. What the fuck do y'all want, bro? Oh, who's that said something? I'm sorry if I ain't paying. I'm sorry if I ain't paying attention. People steady calling me. Um, that's facts. Yeah, I know that he went to his family and his friends and his homeboys and said, "Angie, I got her spoiled. She lived too good. She's too comfortable. She ain't gonna never go nowhere. I can do whatever I want to Angie. I can walk all over her like a doormat, and she gonna stay." I know for a fact he told them that's why he was doing reckless, beating my ass, triangulating me, cheating on me. I'm steady getting embarrassed. I'm steady getting humiliated. He was treating me so he was teaching other people how to treat me. He was teaching his mother and his little sisters how to disrespect me. He pillow talking to the new baby mama. He pillow talking to the chicks out in the street. He's showing they will show people how to treat you. If they disrespect you, they will treat they will show it in front of their mamas and their little sisters. They ain't gonna stop their mamas and their little sisters from disrespecting you. He ain't gonna stop running back to his family telling them all your business. So when they do it, you get into it with your in-laws and you be standing and looking like, bro, you ain't gonna say nothing. They not gonna say nothing. They set them up to do you like that. They set them up to do you like that. Damn, he played himself out. He sure did. True word spoken, young lady. They set the tone for everybody to disrespect you. That's showing how blatantly he can disrespect your ass. And he telling them at the same time, we can all dog her as a collective. We can all dog her as a collective. She ain't going no motherfucking where. She ain't going nowhere. She mad. They start to look at you like you they property. You not only the narcissist property, you the mother-in-law property, you the sister-in-law property. Everybody disrespecting you. Everybody want to beat your ass. Everybody ganging up on you. You got to fight all five cousins at one time. You got to fight three sisters and a mama at one time. He conditioned and he set the tone for the disrespect and them knowing your business. He the middleman. He the instigator. So when they get the rah, 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 you be like, damn, I don't even fuck with y'all. I don't even talk to y'all. How y'all know my business? He going back pillow talking and he going back telling them your business so they can disrespect you. He adding fuel to the fire. That just showed you how to really move. Yeah, that show that. But see, a lot of people when they in that listen, it showed me. But a lot of people in that situation that are empaths. I'm an empath. I feel stuff deeply. A lot of people that's going through that now, you're gonna look at it from the empath's perspective. You're gonna wanna know why. Why are they doing this to me? Why are they treating me like this? I'm a good person. This what some people go through, and as an empath, you may not be like, all these motherfuckers are psychopaths. They fucked up. Let me get the fuck away from them. You gonna look at it as, I need to help them. Maybe I can fix them. Maybe if I be a lot nicer. Maybe if I kiss their ass. Maybe if I cook something and give them a plate. Maybe if I invite them up my house and try to be their friend. Some people, it don't click automatically to them. Some people that are empaths, they want to know why. They just looking at as the why perspective. Like, why are they doing me like this? Why? Maybe if I invite them to the nail shop when I go, maybe they'll lighten the load. Some people that are empaths, you'll be like, if you can't beat them, if I can't beat them, I might as well join them. If I go to the store and buy me a shirt, maybe if I buy the mom a wallet, she'll leave me alone. If I go buy me some Goret's popcorn and I buy her a bag of cheddar cheese and caramel, a mix, a mini mix, and sit about her door, maybe she won't hate me so much. Maybe she'll like, see, empaths think about stuff like that. They think about buying somebody something or inviting them somewhere or some shit like that. They won't think about that these people are fucking these people are fucking demons, and I need to get the fuck out of this shit. A lot of empaths, they want to fix stuff. We are naturally inclined to heal people, try to teach them a message, try to get them to lighten the load, try to make them smile, try to make them we're trying to fix them, us as empaths. So they're not looking, a lot of people just don't, it doesn't automatically click. You don't automatically have pattern recognition. You don't automatically recognize the red flags because you're an empath and you think, if I do something, a nice gesture for them, maybe they won't be so harsh on me. Maybe they'll stop trying to embarrass. And that was the case with me. You know, you can't reward bad behavior. Yeah, but a lot of people do. A lot of people just try to lighten the load and try to relate to them some kind of way. Maybe if I try to be nice to them, maybe they'll like me. A lot of people just don't recognize that. Fuck them. They fucked up people, because if I would have recognized it sooner, I wouldn't spent my 20s and part of my 30s around these fucked up ass people. You see what I'm saying? I would have, my life wouldn't have been in turmoil, and I went through the half of the hardships that I went through if I recognized what they were up to. And a lot of times, like I said, the narcissists are looking at you like that bitch weak. We done broke her down. We done humbled her. She a shell of herself. She trying to appease us. She don't get her hair done no more. She don't get her nails done no more. She around this bitch overeating. She around this bitch undereating because I'm breadcrumbing the bitch. So she went from getting G's to I'm giving that bitch $100. And she on the budget now. Now that bitch budgeting thanks to me. I'm humbling her. So they stressing you out. They sucking your energy. You looking motherfucking crazy. Your skin fucked up. your hair falling out, and you still trying to be around there, people pleasing and trying to fix everybody, thinking you can help them and you can't help them. They ass just fucked up. The mama is fucked up and she raised a fucked up son as well as daughters. If y'all think this is how life go, recruiting one strong person and all y'all taking a bite out of crime. They all coming together collectively, sitting at a round table. Just don't think that shit is spontaneous and it's just happening. They are setting your ass up in a situation. You ever notice when you out there arguing, fussing, and fighting, everybody be on cue? You ain't never noticed that? It's never not one person. Everybody accounted for when it go down. When they on your block, on your porch where you live at, and all the sisters there, the mama there, and the baby daddy, the husband. You ain't never just took a second and look back. These motherfuckers right on time. Everybody here. I do roll call. You ain't. They set that shit up. They watch you. They stalk you like an animal watches his stalks his prey. And she gonna get up. She gonna go get her some coffee. She gonna walk out of here. And while that bitch is at McDonald's in the drive-thru, y'all better get over here. Get over here. Get over here now, cause we need to ambush that bitch. While she walking back in the crib, she thought she finna go back in the house with that with her iced coffee. No, you ever notice that they're lined up? Cause the moment you dotted that door, they know your daily routine. Narcissists and their flying monkeys, they watches you like the National Geographic type shit. They watch your ass because they need to know how to set you up, trip you up, and set your ass up for the kill. So one person is appointed to watching your ass. Oh yeah, while you was at work, she take a bath at 9:40 a.m., 10:30 she out this door. That's how they set you. You think it just be a matter of fact thing? It's never a matter of fact thing. Everybody is on assignment. Everybody is on demon time. Yo, everybody is on assignment. And they not only do this to you when they try to run your ass batshit crazy. When he bring the next side chick, baby mama wife in, the second wife, the third wife, they gonna be on cue. See, this is a game for some people family. This is a game. They on assignment. They on demon time. Narcissists are demons. They come to rob, steal, kill, and destroy. They don't have souls. They don't have no consciousness. They don't feel guilty about shit. They come to take your soul. They want that motherfucker by any means necessary. And if they can't get your soul, they want your mind. If they can't get your mind, they want your belongings. If they can't get your belongings, they want your ass off the earth. Do you know how many narcissists are are responsible for peeping for suicide? Do you know how many narcissists that have stood over somebody getting buried and in the back they sick ass twisted mind, they standing over somebody's casket and say, yeah, that person that was full of life, that everybody loved, was full of joy, had the most beautiful smile. That girl smile would light the room up. Do you know how many narcissists is responsible for taking a person's life? For getting a motherfucker life in prison? They get enjoyment out of making the strongest motherfucker turn weak turning a person that was smart as a whip, turning their ass batshit crazy. They only want the strong. They don't want no weak person. That's easy kill. That's too easy. We want a challenge. We gotta work on break her down and dismantle her. They only want the strong. The ones that you see, that you feel intensely before when she walk in the room, it's like Angie was one of them that when she walk in the room, motherfuckers just straighten it up. They When you walk in the room, people just automatically get straight posture. When you walk in the room, when you automatically make motherfuckers tuck their shirt in. Angie coming. Oh, we gotta put our Sundays. That's in. They only want people like that. They don't want no weak motherfucker. They want they want a strong, prettiest of the prettiest, the beautiful soul that got a light, that's a light bearer. Because they wanna say in the back of their mind, it's like it gives them power. It's like it gives them some sick, twisted enjoyment knowing I did that to her. I pushed her to that point of no motherfucking return. They get enjoyment out of taking and stealing and robbing people out of their souls. And if you ain't never been with a narcissistic man or woman, you probably won't understand what the fuck I'm talking about. I probably sound batshit crazy to a lot of people, but I'm telling you my story. This is my testimony. And another thing they don't like is for you to expose them. You being able to get up and through, not only that she get up out and through, she understood what type of sick, twisted motherfuckers we are. And now she out here teaching the world our characteristics, what we up to. They don't like being exposed. Baby, what? What? They want to shut your ass up by any means necessary. Angie on Angie on YouTube talking about us again. Angie, I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about because they are demons. They got that spirit attached to them. A lot of narcissists you with, their eyes are black. Or just before they beat your ass, they eyes turn black, soulless. You look at sometimes I used to get my ass whooped and I looked in the narcissist's eyes and I used to be like, this me, man. Remember we was in our teenage years, I used to look for that person. That bitch gone. He was gone. He left the building. It wasn't no liveliness in his eyes. It wasn't no life. You saw a straight demon. His eyes turned black. See, my narcissistic warlock baby daddy had a smell to him. See, I didn't realize this. I didn't realize this until I got out the relationship. I didn't realize this till I got out the relationship. My narcissistic warlock had a stench to him. A stench, a nasty. It was like it was oozing out his motherfucking pores. Narcissists have a smell on them, man. They smell like demons. I know I may sound crazy, but I don't give a fuck. This is my testimony. My narcissist had a stench to him, and I was like, what the fuck is that smell? Now I know it was them demons. And he was bald, scalp. And you would just sniff top of his head. It was like it was oozing out his motherfucking pores. Now, somebody head can't smell that bad when you ain't got no hair follicles. Them motherfucking pores is closed, sealed, smooth like a baby's booty. So, bitch, where's that stench come from? But me being in a relationship, I was lathering that motherfucker. Let's take a shower, bitch. Let me use some of my motherfucking shampoo. Get out. 10 minutes later, still smelt that stench. Narcissists have a motherfucking stench on their ass, and that's them demons attached to them. They have a smell that no lotion, no perfume, no cologne, no oils can mask. The motherfuckers around here that's wearing a mask, because narcissists mask off, mask on, they can't mask they smell of that stench. It's them demons coming out, wreaking havoc, oozing out the motherfucking pores. They fucking play mind games. And if you do get away, they'll try to fuck with you in your dream. That's a whole nother video, yo. They'll come and fuck with you in their dream. They'll be calling and summoning your motherfucking energy and manifesting your motherfucking energy back, trying to manifest you back in their life, bitch. You'll be like, you'll wake up, don't never accept nothing from them, and don't never sleep with them in a motherfucking dream. Cause they calling you back. They need you back. They want you back. And especially if they're a warlock and their mama did black magic and known for lighting candles and have motherfucking pictures and doing seances and shit, she helping her son. She's helping her son do spells on your motherfucking ass. She helping her son do spells on your bring me her shirt, bring me something, bring me a lock of a piece of her hair. That probably was so mad. We can't never get none of that bitch hair. Why we can't never get none of that bitch hair? Hey, that's how they was probably so mad. Do she ever not smell good? We need something with her pheromones on it, damn it. Can't work any magic and we don't have anything that has her bodily fluids on there. Yeah, they mad than a motherfucker. They couldn't trick me out of, you know what I'm saying? He took a bath, even though if he took a bath in the shower every day. Manicure, pedicure, metrosexual like a motherfucker. You talking about being with a metrosexual? Talking about did he bathe every day? Damn near all day. If he did number two, he was over the sink taking a whole bath. I ain't never seen the man. Every time he did number two, he over the sink just a washing with the towel. You talking about did he take a bath? He wanted to be pretty. He thought he was prettier than me. He was in secret competition with me. I don't. He was a lotion and a lotion. What man you know sit up there a lotion? Getting in between the toes lotion. He was metrosexual than a motherfucker. He toes. He getting in between them motherfuckers with the lotion. What? A bottle of lotion will last him a week. But once a week he was at the nail shop getting a manicure and pedicure. What? Did he bathe? Yeah. But I'm just thinking, we soulmates. In my head, at the time, I'm thinking we soulmates. Oh, and you found somebody that just as clean as you, that want to smell good all the time, just as you. So we're soulmates. I'm looking at it as a, ha, I don't got no nasty ass nigga. I don't got no nigga that's gonna keep no dingy, dirty drawers on for no 5 days, and I got to make him get in the bathtub. Baby, your nail under your nails dirty. Now it'd be different if he got his nails did, but he knew how to change his spare tire. He getting his nails did, but never got his hands dirty. He get his nails did, but if he get a flat, he gotta call somebody. He don't know a flathead screwdriver from a Phillip. He don't know how to use a drill. He don't know how to barbecue. He don't mow lawns. I was with one of them. So he just going to the nail shop to be pretty. To put on his Yeezy slides and be out there on the front porch wiggling his toes. Yeah, I was with one of them. But me in the situation at the time, I'm looking at it like we soulmates. Oh, it was meant to be, Angie. You found somebody that just as clean as you. Do he got OCD? Or he's just a clean. He loves to be clean. He loves to be pretty and in pristine condition. You ain't never gotta get worried about nobody scratching the back of your legs with no calluses. Sometimes a man, you got. Sometimes you want a manly man. Sometimes you want to be like, damn, baby, underneath your nails a little dirty. Go ahead, get it. When last time you had a manicure, go ahead. You be like 3 years. You be like, go on, baby, go on to the nail shop. You deserve it. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but somebody that dedicate their life to say, yeah, I'm gonna be that man that's gonna go get me. It's I'm looking back at it like someone right. We he was looking at me like we were in secret competition. No matter how pretty I'm trying to be as a man, Angie always taking the cake. He was in secret competition with me. The more I smell good, the more he filling up his motherfucking cabinet with colognes and shades. I don't like sunglasses. A lot of narcissistic people, they wear sunglasses. They don't want you to see their eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul. They'll be wearing the motherfucking shades 24/7. They'll never want to take them motherfucking sunglasses off. They don't want people to see how black and the demons in their eyes. They don't want you to be able to look at them and tell and determine whether they're a good person or not. So they're gonna block. They're gonna block that shit with some glasses. Gotta take care of your skin and nails. I hear you. I ain't trying to get in the debate with nobody. But like I said, the person my narcissist was metrosexual. There's a difference between taking care of your skin and nails, and there's a difference between the man you with is going through a bottle of lotion. He using more body butters and baby oil than you. He want to out glisten you. He want to out highlight you. He want to be beaming more than you. It's a difference now. I ain't finna, argue with nobody in the comments, but I'm just giving people what I went through and my narcissist characteristics because they may be in a situation like my ass and be like, oh, he's heaven sent and we're soulmates and he like to smell good just like me. He used my body butter. He used my callus remover. Now, bitch, you just went to the nail shop. Ain't no way you should grab my motherfucking callus remover too in between pedicures. Something ain't right. If I got to put my motherfucking pumice bar up and hide it when I get out the bathtub, because this motherfucker gonna be on the hunt for it, then you just leave the nail shop? You go to the nail shop more than me, sir. I'm telling you my experience. Calvin, Calvin Klein draws wearing motherfucker. Never Tommy Hilfiger. Never Ralph Polo. It's always Calvin motherfucking Klein. Always. Always. So a lot of shit that I was in the midst of and I'm looking back on it, it's a red flag to me. But like I say, you'll be looking at them like, that's my soulmate. See, they're future fake. Everything will be phony than a bitch. Future fake. Promise you this. Promise you that. They're wearing a mask. Give them give them a good 3-4 months. They gonna unleash the beast. They gonna unleash it. They gonna unleash it. They gonna unleash the beast. Cause it's gonna take them 3-4 months to condition your ass to set you up to chase them. Instead of they chasing you, they want you to chase them. They gonna be with your ass 90 days, 3 months. On that 91st day, they gonna play your ass to the left. They ain't gonna answer the phone. They gonna ghost your ass. They gonna put you on the shelf. Cause they know you finna get ready to panic. Now we was together 3 months straight, every day. Now where is he today? He with the new chick. At his crib. He checking the time. I didn't silence her, ignored her phone call all day. She gonna come running. But I'm here I got listen, I got the new chick right here with me. But I'm gonna keep checking the time because she know where I live at. She been sleeping in my bed for the last 3 months. She gonna come because she gonna want to know where I'm at. See, narcissists will play these games with you so you can come find them, chase them. And what happened? He just ignoring my phone call. Let me go over his house. And when you go over his house, he there with the new chick. You upset. You out there busting his car windows out. And look, the new girl don't even know you from a can of paint. That intrigues her. She say, The fuck this nigga got? Where he got going? She out there acting crazy like that. See, that turns some weird bitches on. It's weird bitches out here. It's pygmies, as they call them. It's pygmies out here. That turned the new chick on. What he got going? She out there acting crazy like that. I won't end. I gotta stick around now. I want to see what he working with. If she out there busting his car windows, I see people are on demon time. That turned the new chick on. She like I ain't. Oh baby, fuck her, fuck her. What you doing tomorrow? Look, she out there sweeping the glass up. You want me to get that side? She bust your window, sit on my car, go get them fixed. Pick me. That begins the triangulation. The new chick laughing. Ah, I got your man. I'm in here. That's why your ass out there looking crazy. All the shit that he done told the new chick about you. You done fell right into the checklist. He gonna say, I told you she was crazy. That's why I was trying to get away from her motherfucking ass. Now you see that she crazy. You see how she just came over here and bust my windows out. No, you went over there to bust the windows out because he was playing with you. He set you up to chase him. He set you up to look for him. He set you up in front of the new chick so you can look crazy. So he can have an excuse. He set you up. It's the underlay for the overplay, y'all. And I'm not finna argue with y'all in these comments, trying and see. That's what people want me to go back and stop and they say, what's wrong with him putting on lotion? Nothing. But I'm telling you my experience. I'm not here to go back and forth and talk about what's wrong with the lotion and what's wrong with the nail. I'm giving you my testimony and the red flags I ignored, yo. So if you can't understand that, you can bounce. Cause that's gaslighting. That's another narcissistic tendency, gaslighting. They want you to constantly over explain. I got to stop and overly explain to you something I just fucking broke down. Why I got to stop and keep reiterating the characteristics, and now I understand why he was doing it. Why I got to keep stopping and overthinking some shit I said already. You want to argue? Beat it. That's a narcissist for you. You want to argue? I'm not finna argue. I'm telling you the red flags I ignored. Now I'm looking back on. I should have picked up on that shit. A narcissist wants your ass to over motherfucking think. Make you doubt yourself. They'll change history. You'll be like, man, I know I'm like an elephant, yo. I don't forget nothing. They'll fucking play mind games. You'll be like, man, Angie, maybe you're not remembering shit right. Maybe you misconstrued and twisting some shit. No, fuck that. I'm like an elephant. I don't forget shit. I can tell you a typical day at my mama and daddy house when I was 2. I don't forget shit. And people in my family, they'd be like, damn, Angie, your ass ain't human. Cause if you remember that girl, you was 2, you was 3. Yeah. But you start fucking with a narcissist, they'll fuck with your mind and you'll be like self-doubting yourself. Maybe he's right. It is everybody's right. and I'm wrong, how the fuck I'm gonna tell her? But how the fuck a bunch of motherfuckers ain't even graduate out of high school? Half of the motherfuckers dropped out in the third, fourth, fifth, sixth junior grade school. I'm gonna let every motherfucker that ain't graduated out of grade school surround me and say, Angie, you don't know what you're talking about. Nah, bitch. I got about that situation. Y'all was wrong all along. Y'all was wrong. Y'all been wrong. Forever will be wrong. And I was right. I'm glad I got the fuck away from y'all. Weird ass. Now I'm finna come here and tell y'all my testimony and be fighting for my life in the comments. And y'all gaslight me in the comments. It's not gonna happen. You're right. Whoever, you're right and I'm wrong. Okay. I'm just telling you my experience and my testimony. You wouldn't necessarily under, understand it because you haven't went through it. It's there. They are textbook. They are textbook. That means whether they male, female, Caucasian, they all follow the same motherfucking patterns. I'm giving y'all the tools that y'all can have pattern recognition and stop ignoring this shit. Stop meeting the same type of people. I'm letting y'all know they hunt y'all ass out. If they're a narcissist, they don't want you if you're not an empath. 9 times out of 10. They don't want you if you're going to always be a people pleaser. A yes. Yes, yes, yes. They don't want you if you always gonna feel sorry for them and I can change this person. I know if I just shower them with love and kiss on them and love on them and cook for them and clean for them, I can change them. Knowing the fuck you can't. They some fucked up people. Yo, they ain't gonna never change. They are demons. They have demons attached to them. They're coming for your soul. They want people to hate you. They want to isolate you. They don't want nobody to love you. They don't want you to be able to run to anybody because whoever you run to, when you leave, they're going to be, your girlfriend just left from over here, right? She said, and she said she was gone. And she said, yeah, I calmed her down for you. I calmed her down. She asked me to sleep on my couch. I told her she could sleep on my couch for a few days, but I'm gonna talk to her and I'm send her back. I'm gonna send her back home to you. Okay? Just I'm gonna keep her over here and keep her calm for a few days. And the motherfucker you done ran to is a snake in the grass too. They working on you. Why you sleeping on the couch, girl? Can I wear your coat? Girl, can I wear your shoes? And you so hurt. You heartbroken. Girl, yeah, you can have them. You can take them. They got your shit and working on you to put your guards down, to send your ass back to the abuser. Send your ass back to the narcissist. Send you on your way back to the person you ran to them. They all work. They all on shifts. They all are on assignment. So don't ever think you're with a narcissist and you can just pick up the phone and call his sister. His sister ain't on your side, baby. The brother ain't on your side, baby. His best friend ain't on your side, baby. The mama ain't on your side, baby. They all is on his side. They're his flying monkeys. 9 times out of 10, they getting paid to tell you to go back to them. They getting paid to say maybe you're uh overreacting. Calm down, calm down. They're getting paid to enable you and say, well, you come stay over here. So it went from you being with a narcissist, they abusing you. Then you ran to a family member of his or hers, and you sleeping on their couch or in their guest room or in their extra bedroom. They just picked up the torch. They finna use you too. You ain't gonna have no privacy. They're gonna be barging in your room. They're gonna be listening on your phone calls, reporting back to the narcissist. They want to keep you where they can report to each other what you got going on. They want to report back to each other and compare notes. Well, she said she ain't never coming back. She said she gonna try to go to a DV shelter. I'm gonna try to talk her out of her senses. So you start coming to your senses. You start being aware that it's not a good situation for you to be in, but see, you done ran to his friend, his brother, his uncle, his cousin, his mama, and his little sisters, and they talk you out of it. They talk you into going back. And then a lot of times when you do leave, they reach out to your family. They reach out to your family and say, I don't know what's wrong with Angie. I just want her back. She won't talk to me. See, their family is demons. Your family, they gonna talk to your family like it was a misunderstanding. Angie's overreacting. Can you assist me, aid and assist me to talk some sense to her? Can you talk some sense to Angie? She won't they want to make it seem like they they that you're overreacting. She just won't talk to me. She's setting boundaries. She won't accept my phone call. See, yeah, they'll run to your family and say, "Can you just talk to her for me? I want to tell her I'm sorry, and I'll tell her I bought her a new bag. If her bag is at the house, if your cousin gonna be like, girl, listen." He just called me, girl. He said he bought you a Chanel bag, girl. You better go back and get that Chanel-y, that Chanelica. That's why a lot of the times you gotta cut off all ties from both sides. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I ain't going. I ain't going. I ain't going. Mm-mm. They'll isolate you so you won't ever run to your side of the family so your side of the family could be aware of the abuse. But when your hand is forced, you'll have to go to them and they'll be looking at you, Angie, I don't think it was that bad. Because if it was that bad, why were you sticking around for love, bitch? I was in love, bitch. He was my first one, bitch. He took my virginity. That's why I was sticking around. I was sprung. And that's why when you get out that situation, everything will be used against you. And they want to leave any door, any crease, any crevice to creep back in. They're looking for you to want. I just want a reason. I don't need a reason, sir. I don't want a reason, sir. I understand it. I understand it. I get it. And when you get it, you're public enemy number one. When you get it and you figure them out, they will never look you in your eyes again. They gonna always look down around you. They gonna look totally different to you. You're gonna be like, I can't believe I was with that scum. But to everybody else, they're upstanding. They're upstanding. Their image is pristine. They're a community man. He's a good father. I never knew they would take you to church on Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon. They will be knocking your head in between the washer and dryer. They treat you like a princess outside, but in the inside, they mean. Behind closed doors, they are very mean. They're all about image, how people look at them and portray them on the outside. They're all about image. They be phony, fake, fraudulent beings. Everything they do and say is a lie. No closure. None. They don't want you to have it. They want you to stay broken. They need you to know why. I don't need to know why because like I said, I bet my narcissist said, it's just not going nowhere. I got her on lock up. And she don't know what to do. She doesn't know about apartments. She doesn't know about credit. She doesn't know about jobs. She doesn't know about the real world because I sheltered her. I took care of her. I spoiled her. She never had to do anything. She don't even know what a energy company is. She doesn't even know what a bill is. She never even opened the bill. That's what he was saying. I ruined her. She's no good. She's never gonna be no good to society. She's not gonna know how to live. She needs me. She gonna have to call me at some given point in time and say, who's ComEd? Who's Xfinity? She's not gonna want to grow up and put her big girl panties on. She's gonna need me. And when she does, I'm gonna be right here waiting with open arms and say, come on back. I knew you was gonna fall straight on your ass. And that's when they abuse would get worse. If you ever go back to the narcissist after leaving them, they gonna pick up where they left off and finish your ass off. Cause evidently you ain't learned your lesson the first time around. The beating's gonna get more and more and more severe. She still ain't got enough. She can't back. She love this abuse. She love getting her ass whooped. Yeah, yeah. hmm It's a learn. Abuse is learned. 9 times out of 10, he probably watched his daddy beat his mama. No, 9 out of 10, he said his mama picked up anything in sight and knocked him over the head. So if your mama picked up anything in sight and knocked you over the head, when your daddy got home and you told your daddy, he probably was whooping your mama ass. And your mama, when your daddy, pow, and fell on the couch and your mama looked up at you, you probably was like, yeah, that's what you get for putting your hands on me. See, it's a learned abuse. The mama beat the son. When the daddy got home, the daddy beat the mama. And both of them in the house watching each other get beat and start resenting each other and hatred build up. It's a learned, abuse is learned. And I am blessed to get my son out of that situation and have a peace of mind, a peace of mind without walking on eggshells, being nervous, being watched, stalked, and hawked, and peeked somebody peeking out the blinds with me at me. It's a beautiful thing. If y'all haven't subscribe, damn it. Okay? It's more to come. I got a couple of topics I wrote down. And the moral of the story is get your shit together and start saving your money because you never know when you will have to plan a escape from an abusive relationship. Don't leave flat broke. Put some money up, especially if you can put it up. Always remember to do right and kill everything.